damn, how would I describe myself? Oh, I'm an entertainer. I entertain people for a living. I entertain my friends. I entertain my family. I entertain my people. I host events. I love making people laugh. I want to take over the world. I'm very ambitious. I want, when you want to have an event out in Botswana, or when you're booked for Botswana, I want those artists or those event organizers to go through me. I've got big dreams. I want to be married forever, and I believe in happy ending stories, and I'm a go-getter. I'm soft inside, like I'm a soft heart, soft thought. Started in 1994 in Gabs, Phase 4, where I used to stay with my mom and my sister. And there was a bright, big man that I used to look up to because he was friends with my sister. I remember my sister calling me, my sister telling me to call him on radio to ask for a song. So I called him, I said, yo, Fresh, this is Posse. Please play Barry White, Practice What You Preach for my sister and a couple of people. All right, and then he played, he says, yo, this is Barry White, and it's going to, and Tabi saying, that was my late sister, by the way, Tabi saying, Posse and CD in Phase 4. Like, whoa, my sisters were going crazy in the room. Like, yeah, he said our names, So I said, wow, I want to do this. So I said, Fresh. He came over, I think, maybe a week or two later to the house. I said, yo, please take me to the radio station. I said, nah. He said, no, okay, listen, you're still in standard 6, standard 7, I got you. Then I think he moved to SA, and that didn't happen, and I decided I'm gonna get in with it. GaonaLive FM opened in 1999, and I started checking the guys. I used to idolize your Newsboys, the Loot Martin, and all the guys. Muddy Sounds is with Mnet, I think right now, DSTV, with DSTV now. And those are the guys I grew up seeing do radio and do entertainment as a whole. So that's when I really fell in love with radio. And fast forward 2001, I started hanging out at GaonaLive FM, checked it out, and eventually got a job there in 2001. So from then, that was my first job, and radio bought me a house. Radio got me a family. That's what we do for a living. I get so annoyed when people say, I'm thinking of coming to radio maybe 1 or 2 years while I'm still on a break, then I get back to the serious stuff. What? You gotta think all the time. Don't think because you're on radio, you work weekends, you gotta only think weekends. Prepping for a radio show is 24 hours, 7 days a week. I've always been that radio guy or that radio son who comes and goes, So, it took me well over 10 years or more to get onto breakfast radio, which is the creme de la creme. Like, it's like champagne on radio, When you're on the breakfast, you're champagne. When you're on weekend radio, you're like beer. Sorry to use those definitions, but okay, maybe you're like tap water on your weekend radio, or mineral water when you're on breakfast radio. So that's when everything all came together, when I realized, wow, okay, I've been doing this for this long and finally made it. To be totally honest, I actually don't remember my first day on air. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember my first day on air. But I remember some of my first moments on air where, shout out to Giselle, nobody knows this, but, Giselle actually helped me write my application letter for GaonaLive FM. It's 15 years on radio right now, and I've decided I'm going back to study radio and TV. The first thing you need to do when you want to be on the field, entertainment, make sure you have the proper education background to do it. Make sure it's what you want to do and do it for the right reasons. I might sound corny right now by saying do it for the right reasons. Don't be a star. Don't think because of fame. Don't do it for fame. Nah, listen, it's real. It's real. Do it for the right reasons. Make sure you've got education background and don't be limited. Do what hasn't been done. Like go broadcast in space or something. Yeah, maybe. I remember when I got fired at the RNFM, I went to RB2. We sat down. I think a couple of people were there. GaonaLive ended up taking him. and so many other people that we can't mention names right now because we were all undercover looking for jobs. I guess it never made sense, let alone business sense, to move to any radio station. I wouldn't want to say if the opportunity arises, we'll take it. No. I love Aaron. Aaron has done a lot for me that no one could have done for me. And I guess I'm just being loyal. I want to end up owning a radio station. I want to end up taking what it takes. I think me and radio are going to be in it forever because, you know, that's what I know. I think it depends what a scandal is. A scandal is probably something that, you see, going out and stealing something or going out and killing someone, I call that a scandal. I've never had none of those. But of course I'm a boy, I do what boys do, and I've been experiencing a different stuff. It happens, you know, you go out there, date somebody older, they write about you. Go out there, drink a little bit or drink more, you trip, fall, they write about you. But, you know, I think we need to focus more on the more positive vibes than look at the negative vibes. You know, everybody knows about my drug patch in my life. You know, it's happened, we're over it. Now let's look at something that's more like, let's make headlines. Let Dollar be in headlines for Dollar celebrating 15 years of radio. You know, let Dollar be there. Dollar goes for the 5th year of marriage. You know, all that. Let's look at more positive vibes, like I said. You know, I gotta say, you know, besides God, I owe my life to my wife, who's a very supportive wife. I've got very great kids. You know, they know when daddy goes, he's gonna go to work, he's coming right back. And, you know, my wife is very supportive, someone who helps me a lot with a lot of decisions that I make. And that's how we really balance it, by just communicating with your loved ones and knowing why you're doing it. You know what it means? It means we need to now celebrate with the whole world. 50 is amazing. I know I'm a bit involved with a few activations that are going. I don't know if I can even say it now, but you know, let's go out. Let's not look at just Botswana. You know, let's take Botswana out to people. We've got enough embassies around the world. I know people are going to be watching this. You can take this idea, go and implement it. Let's host entertainment around the world and sell what we have outside. That's what we need to do now. We've done it for 50 years. It's been happening here. Let's take what we have. Let's take our talents out there now. I want to see Juju Boy performing in Australia. I want to see, you know, your Sousas performing in Malaysia. Let it happen. Let's go to America and have like a Botswana party where we have our artist DollarMac going there and MCing out in America. Let's do it. Let's go out. We've done it here. Let's go out. Let's export. You know, I always tell people about with MCing. MCing is not an easy job. You know, I think because of the years and experience, eventually I got to be comfortable around people and doing it. Could get blind, flash man. So, you know, you gotta be comfortable around people and keep doing it over and over and over.